Robert T. Jeschonek's letter from Swamp Thing number 45. Alan, Stephen, and John. The Curse was an excellent piece of work. It took a stock horror figure, the werewolf, and built a totally new plot around it. I like the way you used this story to make a social statement about the persecution of women. It was something completely unexpected in a comic featuring a werewolf. I certainly wasn't prepared for a commentary on the curse of women, dramatizing the cruelty of imposing sex roles in society. The curse was very well written, as usual. I liked the double meaning title, which foreshadowed both the curse of female menstruation and the curse of turning into a werewolf. I also liked the repetition of the poem throughout the story, their anger and darkness turning, etc. It created a nice effect and added to the mood of the piece. Was that an excerpt from a real poem or other work, or did you just make it up yourself, Alan? The actual transformation of the woman into the wolf was fantastic. Never before have I seen it portrayed that way, with the wolf actually crawling up from the throat and shedding the skin like a snake. It was disgusting, horrible, and wonderfully drawn. The battle with Swamp Thing was also beautifully drawn, but a little anticlimactic, Alan. You built up the unleashing of the great female beast, this vengeful and powerful monster, throughout the entire book. Then you had to wreck a house, break a few windows, and commit suicide. The ending seemed just a bit flat, just a little disappointing. Also, what exactly were you trying to say with the ending? That women are so persecuted, so discriminated, and oppressed that their only true freedom can come in death? You say as the woman, Wolf, leaps onto the kitchen knives. It's a poor kind of freedom, but in the end, it is the only kind she has. Is this to be taken literally? You certainly seem to be intending this throughout the rest of the story. You show women shambling mindlessly through supermarkets, submitting to humiliation and insults from callous husbands, and degrading themselves as sex objects in adult bookstores. To read this book, you would think women are the most oppressed beings in the world, lower even than Jews and blacks and Hispanics. However, what about women like Abby? Women who are intelligent, strong, independent, and fulfilled. What about the women who are lawyers, politicians, engineers, doctors, and athletes? You don't show many of them, but they are out there. No matter what you say in your story, there are many women who are truly liberated. Women today have, excuse the cliché, come a long way. If you think women are so horribly oppressed that they must rebel and kill themselves, you are dead wrong. In this way, I find the only fault in the curse. It is overstated and slightly one-sided. However, it is still a strong story, and is not unrealistic. For every woman who is successful and fulfilled, there are indeed hundreds who are oppressed and even enslaved. While many go to college and build careers, many more are encouraged, even forced, to find a husband, have children, and spend their days in mindless drudgery. In many parts of the world, women are definitely treated as inferiors, as property, and certainly need to rebel. And even the successful ones, even those who are in positions of power and authority, must submit to men's ridicule and hands pinching their buttocks. Women have come a long way, but have a long way to go. If that is what you were trying to say, I agree. If you believe they are still crouching in the shadow of the Red Lodge, you are only partly correct. Robert T. Jeschonek, Johnstown, Pennsylvania.